Don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to episodes 7 and 8 of Blood of Zeus. Surprise, we are doing 2 episodes to finish out at least the season. Again, I don't know if there's going to be a season 2 of this, but we're finishing out at least this season of Blood of Zeus today. And the reason I'm doing this is just because, I'll be honest, I want to kind of just finish this series up for now. Again, if there's a season 2, I'll probably end up reacting to it, but I don't know. It's just, I kind of want to move on from it. It's not that I'm not liking it. I'm very much liking it, but I just kind of want to move on from it. I don't know how else to explain it. I want to get to other things, and especially what's coming next, but I'll leave that for the afterthoughts. I'll reveal what this is being replaced by in the afterthoughts. So, in the meantime, yeah, we left off with things really about to hit the fan. Heron had met with the Fates and found out that his friends are about to go through the Valley of Death or something. I forgot exactly what it's called. And that it might be their deaths that is caused in it. They're trying to break into basically the city of these demons. And they're trying to go through the back to take them out from the inside, basically. Meanwhile, Zeus has been training Heron, and he's trying to stop Heron from going, using basically the old idea of, like, saving the world is more important than saving his friends. And it's just like, throughout this, we've been seeing more and more just how fucked up Zeus is. It's like, this series is not holding back on that, and I appreciate it. I appreciate that it is showing that Zeus is honestly a piece of shit. And I hope Heron just ignores him and goes to save his friends anyway. That would be the best option here. But we're definitely reaching the climax. We're going to have probably a big battle between Heron and his brother, whose name I cannot think of at the moment because I can never remember it. Seraphim. It's Seraphim, right? I think it's Seraphim. But they're going to have a big battle, I'm sure. I don't know if any of our heroes are going to die. Possibly. I'd even say there's a good chance. We'll just have to see on that, though. But I'm excited to see how this ends, and we'll move on starting next week to our new show, which, again, I'll reveal in the afterthoughts. But for the time being, let's just get on with this. Why waste any more time? We've got 2 episodes to get to here, so let's just do it. When the screen fades to black, pause this, redirect, and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episodes. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. And so, the War of the Gods has happened. And I looked it up. I found out that there is a second season greenlit, and the creators have 5 total planned. So there's plenty more to tell here. But there's also plenty to talk about. In fact, there's so much to talk about, I don't even really know where to begin. So I'm just gonna, instead of giving like an overall summary of the events of these 2 episodes, I'm just going to discuss my thoughts on certain parts of them, as well as talk about the series as a whole. So first off, it seems like Zeus and Hera did make up in the end after the giants betrayed Hera. Zeus, even sacrificed his life, apparently, to protect her. And then she got her arm chopped off by Seraphim and just kind of fucked on out of there. Because fair enough, I guess. And at that point, it was pretty much up to Heron to defeat Seraphim and save the day. The entire thing between Zeus and Hera in this series was pretty much what I would expect from Greek mythology. And I don't like, though, how it tried to paint Zeus as the good guy in all of this. Because he wasn't. Because, like, no matter how you look at it, Zeus was not the good guy in this. And that's my only big downfall of this. Like, Heron is obviously the main hero. He's the main character. So of course he's going to be painted as the good guy. And he very much was the good guy. But they, especially in these last two episodes, tried to paint Zeus as a good guy as well. And tried to almost downplay his contributions to this war happening. And tried to downplay how he was just as much in the wrong. And yeah, Hera went completely insane and just took things way too far, of course. I mean, just bringing back the giants alone is proof of that. But this was all started literally because Zeus can't keep it in his fucking pants. Because he's fucking Zeus, and that's what Zeus does, or doesn't do, I guess. So, it's literally Zeus's fault. Like, yeah, Hera took it too far, but it's literally his fault. Like, he has no one to blame but himself. And in the end, like, him sacrificing himself for Hera, like, that's fine and all, but the series trying to paint him as a good guy in the end irks me a little. He was not the good guy in this war. The only good guys in this war was Heron's group. Heron, Alexia, and the other two that I never was able to remember the names of. They were the only real good guys here. All of the gods picking sides, nope, not good guys here. It was only really them. And so, in the end, it kind of came down to, I guess, kind of being a good thing that in the end they were the ones who not only won the day, but also they were the ones who are still around. Like I said, Hera fucked off. Zeus is apparently dead. So, yeah, the fact that they're the ones who are still around and that they're the ones who won, it's like, yeah, I mean, that's fitting. But then we have the brotherly aspect of this series between Heron and Seraphim. Brothers separated after birth. One the son of Zeus, the other the son of a terrible, terrible king. And both the sons of a really loving, caring woman. The insane, evil uncle threw Seraphim off a cliff and almost to his death. And Zeus took Heron and his mother to safety and everything, so we know how their story went. One became a good guy, one became a bad guy. One served with the gods, the other against them. Well, actually, they both served with the gods, technically. But Seraphim was never truly loyal to them at all. And in the end, one wins and one loses. One survives, one dies. They're mirror images of coin, really. Even with the fact that Seraphim kind of gave up his humanity by becoming a demon and devouring the flesh of the giant. Like, even with that aspect of things, it's like They're mirror images of each other. And so at the end, we see when Seraphim is in the underworld, he's given one last chance. Hades tells him, "Bow before me, I'll save you from this eternal damnation." And you saw how he reacted. He's not bowing anymore. He's not serving the gods any longer. So that's it for him. So next season, we'll have to probably have a different focus. Probably Hera's going to be pretty focused on still. Maybe we'll get to meet more of the gods, like actually get to know them, like Aphrodite or Dionysus or Demeter, so many of them, honestly. But either way, our main crew survived. And honestly, I'm not surprised, but I'm a little disappointed that all of them survived. I feel like at least one of them should have died, and I think it should have been one of the two guys. Just because I feel like it would have made the most sense for it to be one of them, especially with their history. We find out that they had a past sale of a giant and everything. I think it would have made sense. Plus, that way it wouldn't have made the main crew seem like they have so much plot armor, to be honest. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of insanity in these last two episodes with this big old war. And just sides being picked and whatnot. But yeah, it is over, and we'll have to see where it goes next. It seems like the other demigods are accepting of Heron, but unclear about how the full-blooded gods will accept him going forward. I'm definitely interested to see more, though. So when season 2 eventually does come out, I will react to it. We'll just have to get to that when we get to that. Overall, this series was pretty good. It kept the idea of the Greek mythology very well handled. It very much showed the negative aspects of pretty much all the gods that we focused on. Um, Except I think Apollo and Hermes didn't really have too much negativity shown, but I mean, they were unwaveringly loyal to Zeus, which is, and I guess that's a negative, yeah. um, the characters were fun. I liked Heron. I liked Alexia. I liked Seraphim. It definitely had a lot of soap opera melodrama to it, of course, but Greek mythology does tend to have that. But overall, yeah, I really did enjoy it. I really did think it was a good series. Wasn't the best, wasn't the most entertaining necessarily, but I still liked it. And so that gets to the point that a lot of you are probably waiting for. What is going to replace it on Sundays going forward? Well, you know, this pandemic has made things like really weird. And one of those things that has become really weird because of this pandemic is time. Like sometimes it feels like it's just gone by so quick, but then there's other times that feel like it's just been forever since this pandemic started. And I looked back and I realized, there's this show that I put on hold for 2 years now. And I really, really want to get back to it. And I know others want me to get back to it because I know how popular it is. 2 years. And it doesn't feel like it's been 2 years, but at the same time, it almost does kind of feel like it's been longer at the same time. And it's weird as hell. It's a weird feeling. But that being said, starting next Sunday, we will be bringing back reactions to Young Justice Outsiders. After 2 years, we are finally returning to Young Justice. I did not mean for it to be that long of a gap. It just kind of happened. So I apologize for that. But I know a lot of you will be excited about this because I know a lot of you were really excited about me getting to that in the first place and really wanted me to get back to it eventually. A lot of you might have given up hope at this point, and I apologize for that. It's just I got distracted with other shows and so many other things, and then the pandemic ended up happening like not even a year, just under a year after I ended up putting this show on hold. So it's like it just all added up, and I just never ended up getting back to it. But we're doing so now. We're finally getting back to Young Justice Outsiders, and I am excited. I am very much excited to get back to it. So we will begin that right away, right from where we left off, next Sunday. I'm going to have to refresh myself on what happened because I don't remember everything. I remember a few details. I remember the Markov family were a part of it. I remember. I don't remember her name, but there is the one Middle Eastern girl who was part of it. I think she's Middle Eastern. But she was like kind of this enigma type character. It's like a lot of mystery surrounding her and whatnot. So we'll get back to that. And obviously, I believe there was a outsiders group. Like that was what the title was referencing, a group of that kind of branched off from the Young Justice called the Outsiders. Like I said, I'll have to refresh myself on all the details. I'll probably just end up looking through the plot synopsises for the episodes, just as a quick recap. And we will get back to it first thing next Sunday. So thank you all so much for tuning in to my reactions to Blood of Zeus. Tell me in the comments below what you thought of these final 2 episodes. And I hope you're excited for Young Justice Outsiders to return next week. And for those who don't watch this, and for those who don't necessarily always look at my channel banner, I'll probably put up another video announcing it, just because this is kind of a big deal for the channel, for this to be brought back. So, yeah. Of course, if you're not watching this, you don't know, but still. Either way, yeah, like I said, tell me your thoughts down below, and thank you so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See you all next time.